welcome back. You can't really see anything today because the sky is just literally like white. We can't see anything. It's proper misty and just damp. Tracy's deceased now as well. She has also caught the lurgy. So yeah, everyone's just half dead. Everyone's ill. I don't really know what's happening with the horses at the moment, to be honest. We don't know anything anymore. Jodie has just come to the conclusion that Yodel poos the size droppings that dinosaurs do. Yeah. Which makes sense because she is our biggest member of the family. She's 17 hands. So yeah, Yodel's been doing dinosaur drop-ins in the turnout all night. She's currently just cleaning her teeth on the gate. But yeah, we've just decided that today we're just going to do what needs to be done, get finished early so that Tracy can die, I can die. Jodie, you've got some parenting to do, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah.
The doggies are going to the vet.
Cool. So you're going to... Yeah. Are you going to get them like little stickers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can have a little treat afterwards.
Oh,
they're so brave.
Jimmy.
They like going to the vet, so to be fair.
Wow.
It's not a traumatic experience.
Good. That's always helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm just going to go and pull some people in from the field. It is the only challenging thing with having two on box rest is that we've got two occupying the stables that we could do with for putting the old people in. But at the moment the old people can't really come in because we've got Boobs and Nero occupying the stables, so you know. But such is life, everybody. Such is life. We move on. We'll be fine. We'll revive ourselves. Everything will get back to normal here. We were meant to be going to Mel's today as well, but Tracy had to cancel that because the lorry is currently weeing out diesel. So there's little rainbows all around the yard. Yay. It's just one of those times at the moment where it just kind of feels a bit like everything's just going a bit like... But it'll be fine because we will everything, you know. Obviously Tracy, bless her, has to carry most of the pressure because it is an awful lot at the moment, but slowly things are going to start to come back up. You know, the weather's going to get better, the boys are going to rehab okay, the lorry is going to get fixed, everything's going to be okay. It's just, and we're going to get better as well. We're not going to be producing mucus, you know. We're not going to be on the open days. Hello everyone. No, everything's going to be fine again. We're just in the transitioning period at the moment.
Yeah, we're just coming out of hibernation.
Yeah.
But it's just not working very well.
No, it's like every time we try and crawl out, we end up like being battered back into the hole.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. That is the reality of having animals and animals in winter. You know, we're so lucky to do what we do and we're so grateful for it, but it's not always straightforward and plain sailing. And there are challenges and there are some days where you just walk around basically thinking, for fuck's sake, like just nothing seems to be going to plan. You haven't done half the stuff you want to do. It's like, I was thinking, you know, I'm back off holidays now. I can get, you know, Yodel behind me back into fitness, get shower going, Hannah's, come on, let's go. But it just, and you'll have probably been thinking the same, you know, with Ice and
yeah, so you have a week where you think, yeah, we're making progress, we're getting fit, and then you just...
Then stuff happens.
You can't do it because there's other priorities.
Yeah,
and that's it, isn't it? It's prioritising what needs doing.
It is.
And at the end of the day, they're all happy and healthy. So we'll just do it when we can.
Absolutely. I think that is, winters are just frustrating here because, yeah, it's like we'd love to just kind of train the horses all year round, even if it had to be lighter in the winter, but there are some periods in winter where you just can't really do it. The mundane stuff just takes precedence, especially when you have ones that have decided to injure themselves. It's just, and you know, Tracy gets kind of taken into the office to fundraise and do all the admin behind the scenes, so even though she'd far rather be out here. But it happens every year. The sun's gonna shine again and we'll all be okay. It's just, yeah, January and February are never particularly easy months. Yeah, and you know, you'll know yourself, you've got your own collection of creatures back at home, so
yeah, everywhere's just muddy and wet and gross, and
yeah,
it's just, I see it as like it's the build up to spring and summer, and you're just feeding everyone and trying to keep everyone as healthy as possible.
And then crawling back into the hole.
Yeah, literally. It's because I was chatting about this with someone the other day about how in the winter it's either you don't have the time or the motivation to do all the extra jobs.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're just doing the bare minimum, but that's okay. As long as everyone's happy and healthy and fed. And then you have to look after yourself as well, otherwise if you're crippled and tired and ill, then you can't do your job properly, can you? So
no,
it's a balancing act, is winter. But
it
at
is.
least we're kind of getting hopefully to the flip side.
Oh yeah.
We're in February now.
But you know what? This winter, these rugs have been an absolute game changer, because we haven't had to worry about rug changes or them being wet under there. And had the stones in the gateway, it's like that's been a game changer as well. So we're definitely heading in the right direction. It's definitely been easier than other winters, but I don't know, winter's always going to be hard until we have that beautiful big barn with stables that they can all come into and everywhere's dry, which will happen one day. It just hasn't happened yet. Yeah, so that's us for today.
That's about all the information we can get out of our brains at the minute.
yeah. That hat is really cool, by the way.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I've always thought
it
that
reminds
hat's
me
cool.
of, like, you know, the judges in the show pony class.
Oh yeah, that's you. Yeah,
That's
Caramel
me.
Show.
It's not me at all.
Caramel Show.
But
That's
it's a
what
very
Jodie's
good
going to
hat.
be this year.
This is my favourite thing.
Yeah, it's cool. Makes you look like distinguished.
Doing it like this. A bucket hat. I mean, that's what we need, bucket hat.
Yeah, or umbrella
I have
hats.
a hat for every occasion.
Yeah, Mad
This
Hatter.
is great for like warm, wet weather because
Yeah.
it keeps your head dry, but then you're not too hot.
I think we need a Jodie Swan outfit guide to life. Like, just
Winter survival.
Yeah.
Russian hats, gloves.
You always find the best stuff.
It's because I spent years of having like cheap stuff that doesn't work, and then it just, when you're out in it all day every day, you need to be dry. There's nothing worse than just getting all soggy and gross.
No.
When you're under like a nice warm jacket and waterproofs, everything's fine.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So
It's
that is life at the moment. Yeah.
Jim's just playing with a carrot. I don't know.
He is. It's the highlight of his day. Jim's an only child today. Nell's at daddy daycare.
Yeah, she's in daycare today.
Yeah,
Because Daddy likes to spend some time with Nell.
he does.
Yeah. Because I'm so fortunate to have them with me every day, so I take that for granted. That I have the doggies with me, see the sheep and the cows in the morning,
And
the horses all day. It's like, oh, brightens the days. Even when it's like this, like it's grey, drizzly and horrible, it's still,
yeah,
they just give you so much enjoyment, don't they, at the end of the day?
they
And
do.
that's, I guess sharing all these videos, it just highlights, doesn't it, that even on a screen, they still bring people happiness.
Oh, absolutely. It's like I can see this tree behind me. It's still, even on a day like this, here is still so beautiful. Like we can't see 90% of it at the
No, we
moment,
can just
but
see the trees. We can't see any. For as far as we know, there's nothing beyond those trees.
no,
It's just
like you could just walk and fall, like step off the edge of the earth. Yeah, the trees are. It's just white. Yeah, poor Yodel. Yodel always looks really, really depressed in the rain. Bless her. Like she just looks. Like they all look hard done by in the rain, but I feel like Yodel just looks more hard done by than most. Yeah, sorry, Yodes. Mabel, on the other hand, as long as she has food, she couldn't care.
yeah, there could be like a storm going on, but Mabel would still just be stood here eating.
Yeah, unless a tornado like blew her off to the side, she'd be fine.
Yeah, she'd just go through anything as long as she has food.
Yeah.
There could be absolute chaos in the world, and Mabel would still just be eating.
She would. Snacking away.
Yeah.
Yay. So just to add to that little clip back there, I think for me the most kind of frustrating thing with winter is, you know, it's not the weather itself that's hard, it's not the more mundane stuff that's hard, it's because we can't do what we'd like to do with the horses. So in the summer we've got time to kind of put all the training into them, give them that one-to-one, you know, more attention. Whereas in the winter, we don't necessarily have that time the same, because especially when we have ones that are on rest, time gets taken up with other things. And for me, that's the most frustrating thing, is kind of watching the ones that we've put, you know, and here the reason why we train them is so that they can feel amazing within themselves. So it's not like we're training them to compete, so it's not the end of the world when they drop a bit of fitness or lose a bit of muscle tone, but at the same time it's not really ideal because it's better for them to have the fitness and the muscle tone as well. And I know I just find it a bit frustrating because it's like with Yodel this summer, you know, I'd finally got her to a stage where, I mean, she wasn't fit, but she was fitter than she was. She was at a stage where she'd lost most of the tummy really, and she was just looking good. And now the tummy's back, and we've lost a bit of fitness, and it's just, but, you know, you just kind of have to learn that in winter, it is what it is. And it's also sometimes, you know, you go to the field when it's wet, and you see them all looking a bit miserable, and you think, oh, I'd love to bring you all in today, but we can't. A, there's not the room. B, there's not always the time. And it is just challenging, you know. I know Micah feels especially put out by it. Sometimes when she hasn't been in, and as do some of the others, they kind of feel a bit like, oh, and then you feel bad because you think, oh, you shouldn't have to feel like, oh. And also, you know, I sometimes worry that with the skin as well this time of year, the more sensitive skin ones, if they haven't been in for a day or two, I do start stressing, well, are we going to take their rug off or wash their legs, and there's going to be like loads of scabs there, or you know, they've rubbed a chunk of their mane out or something. It's just trying to keep on top of everything and keep everyone happy. And yeah, that's the hard part, is not being able to give them what we'd like to this time of year. Because, you know, yeah, winter's never going to be easy, I think, wherever you are in the globe. And, you know, I know on Tracy's side, it's definitely been made easier by the generosity of all of you, knowing that due to all of your kindness and donations, we've still got money coming in, because obviously we need the money to feed them, you know, to look after them, to finance any maintenance, to pay the bills. It's necessary, and I know that's often a worry in the winter. It's like, well, there's no visitors, there's no money, help. Whereas this winter, that hasn't been quite a worry the same, which has been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, as I keep on saying, until we have those facilities, it's never going to be easy. And the reason why we're choosing to share this with you, it's not because we want sympathy or anything like that. You know, there's people in way worse positions than us. There's people that, as I've just referenced, money, they're having sleepless nights due to money. They haven't got kind, generous people like you helping fund them. You know, our facility, maybe, I don't know, their winters are harsher than ours. Yeah, there's way worse situations with animals to be in, but yeah, winter's a winter. So, you know, and you know what? We always get through. Spring always pops around the corner. We're like, yay! And everything's great and happy. So yeah, but while those winters are here, they can be a little bit tough, but we get through. We always do. And you know, it's not all doom and gloom in the winter. There are definitely amazing days in there too, but it's just sometimes you do start to feel a little bit like, but then we come up again. But as I said, it's never ever going to be easy until we get the horses the facilities they deserve. So thank you for watching this video, and have a beautiful day wherever you are.